The Babadook is about a woman whose husband has been decapitated in a terrible car accident, driving her to hospital to give birth to their child, Samuel. And the film story starts 7 years later, as he's about to turn 7. And during those 7 years, she's never really ever been able to face that violent and traumatic experience, and has never been able to grieve, has completely repressed everything. And because of that, she's never really been able to love her child either. And her child, Samuel, has some behavioural problems that mean he's not well loved or liked by other people, his school colleagues or his auntie, or he can be kind of violent and aggressive, and he never sleeps at night. He's very frightened of monsters. And a book comes into their lives called Mister Babadook, which is a handmade pop-up book. And it has violent and graphic images of this monster coming out of essentially Samuel's wardrobe and flying down from the ceiling onto a screaming child. And it's got a very scary rhyme going through it. And as much as Amelia tries to get rid of this book, it keeps on coming back into their lives, and Samuel is building weapons trying to protect his mother from this monster. It's about facing your trauma and facing your grief and expressing your grief, and then knowing that you have to live with that. It's not something that you get out and it's gone away. It's something that you have to be there and experience and live through and live with, and in a way nurture, in order to have any kind of balance. It's incredibly difficult. It's a little bit like The Shining, because there's this kind of spiritual mystic forces, and Amelia is like mum and dad in The Shining. You know, it's a little bit of Shelley Duvall, a little bit of Jack Nicholson, because she is in terror, and then she is terror, and it is incredibly difficult. It's like 1/3 incredibly deep grief, 1/3 being terrified, and 1/3 terrorising, and it is extreme emotions and extremely raw kind of performance every day. I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, it's a great thing to experience and to be able to do, especially with Jennifer, who's, you know, such a clear guidance through it. I recognise Amelia, and I definitely know the parts of myself that are her, and I know lots of people who have parts of her. I can completely relate. In fact, when I auditioned for this, Jen was like, okay, we're doing this thing of giving Samuel some medicine. She's going, you've got to get him to take this pill, because only then will, you know, you'll be able to sleep finally. And so I was doing it. She's going, do it how you do it for your children. I'm going, this is how I do it. Take your belt. And she's going, well, that's like too scary. We're only at the beginning of the film. So I don't know. There's lots of people who, lots of mothers, I think, will recognise themselves, and obviously not all the way, but Amelia's a beautiful person, and she really does want to love her son, who's also a beautiful person, who's only trying to protect his mother. So, yeah, and it's definitely, the story's from their point of view. It's not, there are outsiders who look at them and look down upon them, and they feel it. But it's like they come through and they can see themselves. Noah's absolutely beautiful. We're so blessed to have him. He's so beautiful to look at and to be with, and he's really lovely, and it's been a real journey for him to go through such a hard role to play, extreme emotions for him as well, and having to endure a lot of my extreme emotions. And his mum is just fantastic, and I think together Jen and his mum Gillian and I have really helped to nurture him and make him feel safe, and it's all just a game, you know. And when we say cut, it's over, and we give each other cuddles and get prizes, and you know, he's learnt so much during this. He's come so far. I love working with Jen. I absolutely love it. She's, you know, I've known Jen for a long time. She was ahead of me at drama school, and I always thought she was a knockout actress, just amazing. And I know that she's acted every part in this film as she's written it, over and over again as she's redrafted it. And I have never felt more trusting of a director, because she knows exactly what she wants. And I know that she's experienced it in her mind, how to get there, or where it is she wants it to be. Jen is really passionate, and she's really specific, and she knows, because she knows exactly what she wants, even if you're doing it and if there's a tiny little fragment to change or something else that she wants, she knows how to put it in where it has to come from. And because I trust her so much, I feel like I am just liquid and can do whatever she wants. Even though it's been a really hard role and I was daunted by it, I feel like she asks so specifically, I can just pour myself into that little moment, and you know, she's great, she's really compassionate. She really understands the emotions and how they're read by an audience, and how you have to find them as an actor. And she's also really funny, and we have lots of jokes, and she nurtures both Noah and I. And she's dogged and determined, and we never stop until we get a performance that she wants. And that's fantastic. She's terrific. She's going to direct lots of things. Jen attracted me the most, and she'd written a film for me that we had been planning on making that never got made, and when I got to read this, I was just terrified by it. I was going, wow, that's really scary. That's really scary, Jen. And when she asked me to audition for it, I was a bit nervous. I just didn't know whether I should do a film like this for my own bravery's sake, I guess. I just didn't know whether I could do it. Oh no, I can do it. Now I know I can do it, but it's like, it's been incredibly confronting, and I also was going, well, I have to trust Jen completely, and do I trust her completely? I don't know, but I do. I trust her completely, and it's been a fantastic thing. You know, we were always friends for life, but I think we've got this experience between us now, which is pretty deep. If mothers come and see this will really move them. And I think it'll scare the shit out of everyone else. I hope so.